Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I just got done posting a video for Briar Hokey's 500 sub giveaway, and I just felt inspired to do something, and that was to play a little bit on my flute for you all and share a little bit about this particular Native American flute. Here you go, look upon that. That right there is something that grows native here in Indiana and along Tennessee and Kentucky and everything else. This here wood is a particular wood grown across and nearby rivers and large running streams. It is called river cane. That's what this wood is called, river cane, and this here is a traditional Cherokee 5-hole flute. Now, for whatever reasons it is that it's only, and that a Cherokee flute traditionally is only 5 holes, I could not tell you. But that's how you know if it's a Cherokee flute or not. And the flute maker that made this flute is called Black Bear Flutes, and you can find the website online. And as far as I know, to this day, he's still making Cherokee flutes if you'd like to get yourself one. This particular flute here, I think it's in either the key of E or A. I'm not too particular on which one it is. But when I first seen one of these flutes, I thought you played it like, like a traditional flute, like this, that's what I was thinking. But no, you just, oh, whoops. But you play it from this end, just like so. And I recommend, if you're going to take up playing Native American flute, I recommend one of these river cane flutes. Reason why is because, for one, it's a solid piece flute, very strong, very durable. This thing's have been dropped multiple times and it's not broken. And it's accidentally been set on once and it's not broken, thank the Lord. And also, I inherited this flute. I had one. So far I've had 2 of these type of flutes, and they were a bit smaller and more high pitched too, by the way. But the first one was me being an idiot and letting the weather get to it and not realizing it needed to be put up. Of course, when you're young and dumb, you don't think you know everything, and you don't. And it cracked all the way down. And then the second one I had, somebody vandalized. And then when my cousin passed away, I inherited his flute, and this is his flute. So when I play this flute, not only do I play to serenade, as well as to, entertain myself as well, but I do it to honor my cousin who has passed on. And he's also the same cousin that I've featured his painting in 2 of my videos, because he was an artist, he was a painter. And also, this river cane flute, well, actually just river cane in general, was used by, I don't know how many different Native American people, nations that had used river cane, but the river cane Cherokee used a lot. They made for hunting their blowguns for hunting small game such as birds and things of that nature, and those things were really long. As well as they made flutes out of it. I don't know if they used anything else or not with this, but there's a little bit of a history lesson for you. And also to take care of this, to take care of the wood, about once a year you want to get some beeswax and put just a light coat of beeswax on it. And I'll tell you what, this right here really could use a coat of beeswax. I ain't really waxed this in probably about 3 years, but I've kept it up, kept it out of the weather and everything. So that helps out a lot too, keeping them put up and away from moisture. And that's all indigenous wooden flutes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm drinking a good old fashioned cup of Maxwell House with a little bit of milk and sugar. And just thought to kind of share some of the things I've been, well, feeling here lately. Um, as you know, I've not really made a whole lot of videos other than some that I've posted yesterday because a few friends decided with things going on in my life that they wanted to just get me out and about, and try to get my mind off some things. And of course, everybody knows what's going on now with Ma and everything, with her surgery that she got coming up, and everything. Um, and so they took me out for a country cruise out in the Green Solvent Forestry. And like I said in those videos, if you're ever cruising through Indiana and want to see what some of the back country looks like, or what happens when you know old stripper pits get turned into forestry, I say come on out there and check her out if you're ever going through Indiana. um, there's even a few day campsites, as well as overnight campsites out there, about $12 for overnight camping. And I think if you're just going to sit there for the day, I think it's till about 9 or 10 o'clock, then you got to clear out. Um, but it's a real neat little place. It really is beautiful. I used to live out in that area when I was younger, and it was wonderful. Um, but anyways, some of my feelings, I got going on, as far as mom's surgery and stuff. She had to go to Terre Haute today, get some pre-op testing done, to be sure that her lung capacity could handle the surgery, as well as I'm not too for sure what a Doppler does, but a Doppler test. And then they're also checking her these arteries right here in your neck. They're checking that to be sure that they're not clogged too, because I guess that's real important, well, it is important, make sure you're getting blood to the brain, but I guess if they find through these tests that she's not able to withstand that type of surgery, then I guess from my understanding on the 17th, then they're just going to do stent work. But either which way, to me, in my eyes, that's either which way, it's a pretty big impact deal, because that's my mom and everything. And I just hope everything goes by and goes good, and that the whole healing process, with whichever way they do this procedure, whether it's the open heart or whether it's just a stent, even though I know the doctor that done the catheter took us back to view on the screen, show what he showed. And when I seen, and he pointed out the what was the blockages, I'm hoping and praying that my mom, would be able to handle the open heart bypass, because I think really all a stent work is going to do is just prolong the inevitable. And I really don't want to really have to really stop and think about that. And in all honesty, I don't think, I mean, a lot of people might say this is crazy, but I really don't think right now in my life I could handle the thought of losing my mother. You know, I mean, who knows? Maybe if they do the stent work, if she can't handle the bypass surgery, even though I just think it's just going to prolong the inevitable. I mean, we all live and we all die, but I just think, even if she got the stent work, it's more of a real closer count of, you know, when it's going to happen, versus if she got the bypass surgery and was able to have the bypass surgery, because he even showed me on the screen the two arteries that he's wanting to connect together to make a full circuit loop and everything. And so I think that would really help out more than a stent. I really do. But then there's her other factors of her diabetes, too, as well as her lung capacity, and she's trying to quit smoking, or at least, because I learned something about my mom. When it comes down to it, she's a very competitive woman when it comes to certain things, and so I kind of told her, I said, well, about both my sisters. One sister gave her 30 minutes to go, her stint of how long she could go without a cigarette. And then my other sister gave her at least an hour, and I looked at her and I said, Mom, I think you can go 4 hours without one. And believe it or not, the next day after that catheter was done, and when I told her that, she went a whole 8 hours before she smoked a cigarette. And she was getting fidgety, and a little bit short, but she went 8 hours before she smoked a cigarette. And so I think if we turn it into a competition for our mother and everything, I think it might help her out because she is a competitive woman. And I think if we could get it in her head that this is a competition against herself, against time, I think that's going to help give her the drive that she needs instead of just being hounded on her. Well, you need to quit. You shouldn't smoke. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, that ain't worked in the past, anyways. So maybe this might be the idea that might help my mother quit smoking. Now, I ain't got no room to talk because evidence shows on the channel that I smoke myself. I smoke a pipe. Although I do not inhale, and I've smoked cigars a few times, and I do not inhale. But they also argue and say, well, a certain percent of it still gets into your lungs. To be quite honest with you, I don't know how much of that is really medical fact and how much is just someone, just wanting to, be that guy. You know what I mean? But you know, I up and told mom. I said, I really think you need to get surgery, but I said you got to get that smoking under control. And even the surgeon, as well as the doctor, told her, they told her, that we feel that you really would benefit more from the surgery, but your lung capacity scares us. Let alone the factor in of the diabetes, because anybody with diabetes or that is diabetic or even borderline diabetic, that a scratch, a little scratch could easily become infected or, take months to a year to heal, so there's that factor in too. But the good thing is also, when she goes through, if she goes through the surgery and gets the surgery, here in the town that I live in, there is a nursing home slash recovery center, and we've taught me and my sisters and our mother talked it over with, and when she gets out, if she goes through the surgery, that's where she's going to go for the recovery and the healing process, because they know more than me and my sisters could do. So I know my mom's gonna be taken care of, and I'll be able to see her a little bit more every day. You know, go in there, check on her, be sure she's all right, find out if there's something she needs or would like, and you know, really try to pamper her and make her feel comfortable while she's going through the healing process and everything, because all that takes one big giant toe on your body. I know that much, not from experience, but from stories I've heard of other people. So, you know, and it really worries me a lot more than what I show. But I'm just hoping everything will work out. I've been praying, and also for all of you out there that have been praying. I humbly thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I thank you very much. And you know, may y'all that pray, may y'all be blessed. For anybody that gives good wishes, I just pray that even you be blessed. Because that's a blessing to me. And so I hope that you benefit from being a blessing. And well, folks, I got about 3 hours till I gotta go to work, and I ain't even fixed me nothing to eat yet. But I just kind of felt inspired to want to do this video and share a little bit of some native culture with you. And I hope y'all enjoyed the flute music. And if you'd like to hear me play more of my flute, let me know. Um, well, till next time, wherever you're at in this world, may you be blessed. And to all the fans, I thank you. To all the new fans, I thank you. Thank you all for hitting like, share, and subscribe. And wherever y'all at, may you be blessed. Till next time.